That was my lesson learned, was figure out what you're signing up for before you get in the arena. Pat Pirelli had a bunch of clinicians down in Hamilton, whatever that C7 or whatever that big arena is down there. And Craig Cameron was one of the clinicians, so I signed up for Craig's. He had the Extreme Cowboy Race was his clinics, and I signed up and paid to get in one that was called the XCA Demo. Well, I don't know how I missed that demo means demonstration, as in we paid to do the demonstration, and I'm on a Mustang that had just started bucking and had bucked the night before. I mean, I do not know why she started that. She started bucking the night before. And she didn't like the obstacles under her feet. There's a few things, they kick sand or whatever. She was bucking, I didn't know why. So I'm like, well, so I just warm her up. I don't know what it is. And he's like, you know, they verified we were in that clinic or whatever, and everybody's warming up. And he goes and he's like, y'all line up here and we'll introduce all y'all. And he's like, these guys, they've been doing the Extreme Mustang race. They're gonna be doing a demo for you. And I was like, there's no way. I've never done Extreme Cowboy Race. I thought this was like a big, you know, like I thought I was learning about the race. And I said, hey, I thought we were learning about the race. He goes, yeah, we are. We're going to show everybody what it's all about. He introduces the first person. This lady was a world champion of the EXCA this year and this year and this year. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to make a fool of myself, right? And this guy, he was the champion of this division. And he goes on, he was like, he goes, Amanda, what have you done on your Mustang? I'm sorry, I don't know. And I said, I signed up for this. I thought it was a clinic, and everybody's laughing at me. And he goes, oh. And I said, she's not big on obstacles, so I thought we were going to learn how to do them. And he said, well, all right, let's change this up a bit. And he had everybody go through as they demoed the pattern. He had everybody go through and put me at the very end. And so every horse would go through every obstacle. And she wouldn't go through they use little dairy boxes with water and sand. She would not touch those. Could not. No matter what. We'd all stand around and she'd paw at the water, and that was it. Anyway, so we go, and he was like, all right, you're all going to do your demo, and you run around the arena this way, and you run around the arena this way. And I did it, man. It was I felt like it was one of my greatest accomplishments. Sadly, that's but we did it. She didn't buck, and he did a great job. Craig likes those Mustangs. So anyway, that was my lesson learned, was figure out what you're signing up for before you get in the arena. And I had no idea demo meant I was demonstrating to the crowd how to do that, but it went well. I got to show beginners how to do it confidently. Hey, I tell you what though, there's one obstacle at the very end, and it was two barrels and 2 buckets on top with water in it, and you had to lift your legs up over the top of the horn. You know, you had to lift them up out of the stirrups over the saddle because it was so fat. And if you've seen my Mustang, she's like this big around. And everybody hit the water. We're in the last ones, and somebody walked through it and barely got through it. But everybody else that went anything over a walk, they knocked it over, hit the water, whatever. Anyway, we went trotting through it and lifted our legs up and didn't touch it at all. And so we got like standing ovation and everything, because by that time they all figured out I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, it was fun.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Horse Stories on Global Horse Network. We'd like to thank this month's sponsor, the Mustang Heritage Foundation. If you like what we're doing, be sure and click that like button. If you want to leave a comment, be sure and comment below, but be kind, because my ego is fragile. You want to be sure to ring that bell if you want to be notified when we're posting new content. And as always, if you want to be part of the Global Horse Network team, be sure and subscribe above.